We haven't had a Fortnite storyline dump like this for a while. Fortnite update version 1740 has revealed so much about the storyline and lore we have not seen before. With a new Imposter game mode coming to the Fortnite playlist, the game mode is based at the Imagined Order HQ, behind the scenes of one of the most secretive organizations in the Fortnite storyline. We go behind the scenes at Slone's office, Jonesy's office, also Jonesy's bedroom, weapons lab, research lab, supply crate factory, and so much more. Apparently the Imagined Order has been in charge for thousands of years, and they suspect that Jonesy had help before leaving the Imagined Order during that season 6 event where he had help from one of the members of the Seven. And let's not forget about the Seven, there is some Seven lore involved in this map as well that could be ever so important and could reveal a new member of the Seven. So let's get into this trailer about this new Fortnite game mode called Imposters.
We've run things successfully for thousands of years. We, the Imagined Order, facing crisis after crisis without a single failure. But since Jones betrayed us, now it's clear. He wasn't working alone.
So Dr. Slone believes that John Jones was not working alone. So does Dr. Slone expect others to be leaving the Imagined Order? Slone is preparing currently to shoot down the mothership, and there could be some teasers about what she could be using in this game mode dotted around the Imagined Order HQ, which is kinda cool. So the Imagined Order has been in charge apparently for thousands of years. How long really is that? Is that sort of our years or looped years? With a loop resetting about every 22 minutes and night and day happening almost every game with a little bit of crossover, some theorise it's about 18 minutes night and day. A single day is 18 minutes and there's 1,440 minutes in a day, so there's about 80 loop days to a single normal day for us. Which means since the creation of Fortnite there's been 311 looped years, so the Imagined Order predates Battle Royale. But the reason I would even attempt this dodgy math during Fortnite Season 5 at the Hunter's Haven, I theorised that the old stone tablets could be really important. I said you can't have an order without a symbolic symbol, and a old tablet which probably has some sort of mystical writing on it, maybe about the 0 point, like a biblical testament, and that sort of matches the criteria in my opinion. So from the Imagined Order HQ you are able to see the 0 point. We appear to be in a room where John Jones was, where he travelled to the Fortnite Battle Royale island in Season 5 to grab his hunters to stop people from escaping the loop. Which is fine, but then you think about the Galactus event, the Device event, when the Foundation trapped himself inside the loop. Did the 0 point move, or was this another 0 point? Now I don't believe there can be two 0 points in one reality because that'd be confusing, and I feel like that would destroy the whole world. But I do have a theory to this. The 0 point is just a point in reality which connected by a network of bridges to other 0 points in other realities. The 0 point is literally a door, and if you think about rifts, when you use a rift you leave a massive crack in the sky because you're trying to breach somewhere when it isn't a door. So in chapter 2 season 5 when Jonesy was bringing all them hunters, instead of using the door which was the 0 point, he kept rifting all these hunters through anywhere and everywhere. So Jonesy, use a door, please. So guys, do you remember the season 6 event when you see Jonesy and the Foundation walking away, and then you see one of the reality waves go past you when you see a different reality which has a 0 point in it? So looking at this, that looks like another reality with a active 0 point. If the 0 point is moved in our reality, is it moved in every single reality? Which kind of makes sense because when Galactus took the 0 point out of the ground, it also left Jonesy on the floor in the office. But then you could argue he took it from that office. But what the hell happened to this 0 point in this reality? Nothing to our knowledge. Or maybe just at that point during that season 6 event, the 0 point breached all realities at that one point. But for a second guys, let's just imagine there's only one 0 point in all of the infinite number of realities in Fortnite. So if the Imagined Order only had one 0 point and they sort of knew how to power it, wouldn't they take over all realities if they were really the bad guys? So are the Imagined Order trying to keep this contained to one reality, to have the burden of forgetting who you are and the loop and the resetting and keep it to only one reality. So let's move on to Jonesy's bedroom. It's an interesting one. It may or may not clear up speculation around snapshots, or it may confuse the issue more. We see a bunch of clothes from other Jonesy variants, costumes, or cosplay. We've always presumed that if it's a Jonesy, regardless of if it's called Jonesy or it's a Rabbit Raider, is a snapshot. But does this prove otherwise? That anything that isn't called a Jonesy isn't a snapshot? It could just be a Jonesy that is a snapshot, kind of like Bunker Jonesy, Agent Jonesy, and Jonesy the First are snapshots, when Rabbit Raider, Skull Trooper, and other versions like the Mission Specialists are not. They're just either the original Jonesy or the snapshots playing dress up. But the Mission Specialist does throw a spanner in the works. The photo in his office is Agent Jonesy taking a picture with what appears to be the Mission Specialists. So unfortunately, there's no definitive conclusion on snapshots. We're going to have to leave the door open on this one. So yes, there is a room called the Bridge, and that's where you can see the 0 point from. And there's some interesting stuff that Fortnite put in their blog. Will you ensure the safety and security of the bridge, or follow Jonesy's footsteps and sabotage the imagined order from within? Discover your role in Fortnite Imposters. And they also mention it later on. The bridge is the nexus of the imagined order's power, with danger around every corner and the facility under constant threat. Trust nobody. Now, a bridge and nexus are kind of the same thing. Nexus meaning a connection of series of connections linking two or more things. That's why I made the previous statement about multiple 0 points in other realities, connecting everything. And of course, wherever the imagined order base is connecting them to the Fortnite world and the Fortnite island. So obviously we are in a different reality playing this game. Of course, it's not the first time the bridge has been mentioned. I suspect they are not the only ones watching. Of course, the scientist said this in his tapes, or the visitor tapes. They were actually made by the scientist, but for some reason they always get called the visitor tapes. I suspect they are not the only ones watching, but it must be done or we lose the bridge forever. So they are the imagined order, which was confirmed sort of by Donald Mustard today in a tweet, but this was already known because of the comic books coming out, and even earlier we sort of had this inclination that they are the imagined order. So from what I'm understanding here, the scientist doesn't care if the imagined order are watching him. He needs to save the bridge to save this reality and save all realities. So now we know that the imagined order are they, and they have been watching for thousands of years. We have to presume that the Fortnite government, the unknown agency, are indeed the imagined order as well. So why did the unknown agency not help the visitor and the scientist? Of course, because they don't like the Seven, but then help Singularity. And there is a lot of momentum at the moment that Singularity is a member of the Seven, but unknown agency didn't think twice about helping Singularity out. When I've had theories that Singularity is actually the main leader of the imagined order, but I also believe that she could be a member of the Seven. Paradigm's tag is Allegiances Unknown, so she could be the mole in the imagined order that will be leaving to join the Seven, because she's one of the Seven. She's Paradigm and Singularity's Paradigm. There's a room called the Visitor CSI with a lot of information about the Seven, a load of pictures, files everywhere, just so much information the imagined order has on the Seven, but they don't actually have a lot. They've only got pictures of the Visitor, Scientist and Paradigm, and a blacked out version of the Foundation. So obviously we've seen the Foundation, but the imagined order hasn't seen him. But he came and went and he was locked away for a whole season. So the imagined order never actually saw him because they left the island. Which is kind of funny. 1,000 years and they never crossed paths. Which is kind of odd because when Jonesy and the Foundation started fighting, almost everyone commented how they must know each other. But obviously if the imagined order doesn't know what the Foundation look like, how would Jonesy know what he looks like? All the members of the Seven look like a member of the Seven, but Jonesy doesn't look like a member of IO, I don't know. But we do have an image of the prisoner, so is the prisoner a member of the Seven? I actually do have a really quick theory about this because I have been working through it. So the prisoner, which was also the Fire King, was in control of the volcano, and the volcano exploded, which destroyed Tilted, Retail and the Ice King's castle, which did release the monster. And then we had Monster versus Robot, which the robot was controlled by Singularity. So, as I did say, he did destroy Tilted, which was then powered by Singularity, and she came over as some sort of saviour to the unknown agency, which I am personally assuming is the imagined order. If they've been watching the island for 1,000 years, why wouldn't they let another group on the island, grow The 7 is slightly different, but this other group just made no sense now, doesn't it? It makes no sense. So it turns out the Imagined Order has always made the supply drops that you see in game. And there is a room in the Imagined Order HQ called the Loop Control, which literally screams X-Man vibes. Really does. Dr. Slone has been planning to take down the mothership since the beginning of the season, and what weapon is she going to use to take it down? Well, there is an array of choices in the science lab and in weapons lab. You have the sword, you have a bit of the comet, you have Captain America's shield, but you do have Kevin the Cube. Yes, Kevin the Cube is here. We don't really know if it's actually him or a part of him or sort of a replica, but it would be really cool. And for some reason I didn't see this in game, but according to Fort Troy, the weapons lab does have a purple glow. So are they testing Kevin the Cube to take out the mothership? And also in Jonesy's room, the Gammertron 9000 is there, so is that coming from Save the World into Battle Royale? And the Zapotron was also seen in this game mode. Guys, honestly, a lot of time went into this video, so please smash that like button because it would really help me out. If you made it this far in the video, thank you so much, that is incredible. Guys, thanks for all the support on this video. If you want to support me even more, you can use my support creator code, that's Mr. JLYII in the Fortnite item shop. #EpicPartner, #ad. It's been your boy Mr. JLY. Till next time, bye bye.